Yeah, we're live now.
Welcome to Manchester United Updates podcast. The first, technically. The last one didn't go so well. So welcome. We're going to be talking about the last game against Norwich. We're going to be talking about Giggs or Van Gaal, and also Sunderland's game tomorrow. So let's start. What do you think of the performance against Norwich?
It was like the old days, basically just attacking football, not that shitty counter-attack football that Moyes was playing, where just everybody was back behind the ball and hoping for a good counter-attack. Actually, like you seen, even went back to the olders, like Matt that was on the bench, no Fellaini, and they just seemed to play a lot better under Giggs.
Yeah, definitely. Did you hear the stat that we had more shots at goal under Giggs in one game than we had in like any game under Moyes? Like more shots at goal.
That's
Kind of
cool.
sums it up, doesn't it?
That just tells you that we weren't playing attacking football with Moyes. We were mostly just playing the way everything plays. Like they shield everything, they park the bus, and then they just counter-attack.
And
That's
the thing is, it's crazy because it's not as if he went for it and we lost goals and we were sitting seventh. I think people would be like, that's fair enough. But people just couldn't handle the fact that he was sitting back all the time and it was so defensive.
especially you know.
Giggs is just going crazy. He's just went, nah, go at it. Play the wings, have a shot, go for it.
Yeah, you could see that we were playing like more just the United way, going down the wings and like cutting inside, taking shots. Like the amount of shots that were taken. Like Rooney was shooting outside the box and he actually scored. Like I don't think we took a shot outside the box with Miles.
No, that wouldn't have happened on the Moyes. Like, Rooney wouldn't even have tried that. He'd have just been like, nah, I can't do that. He'll shoot at me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think he's too. He was, and when we got the ball against Norwich, we'd go for it. We would move really quickly up the park. We'd spread the play. Whereas under Moyes, everyone looked a bit scared to actually attack. They'd get the ball, but they'd be a bit
Hesitant.
hesitant about actually going for it. So, but we were right in our prediction. He went for the safe option at the back with Vidic, which is what we said before.
Kind of had a feeling that Vidic and Ferdinand would start because it could be two of their last year.
Yeah,
Like it is Vidic's last year for us, but I have a feeling it's going to be Ferdinand's too. I knew he'd go for the experience anyway in a game like against basically an average Norwich team.
I was surprised though he dropped Cleverly for Mata.
Yeah, I think that was just. I don't know. I think that was just a confident boost for Cleverly since he had a bad season and all the fans were on his back. I think it was just like a statement from Giggs saying like give him a chance.
Yeah, that's probably true. You're probably right. But it worked because Mata came on, and scored. So you know
Yeah,
what I mean, it worked on the other side because it made Mata go, well, I have to fight for a place here. So and he done it. You know, 2 goals. It's unbelievable. It was a good performance all round. Everyone played really well, and it was like the old United again. It wasn't just 4 goals, but it was a good attacking performance where we were all over them from the start to the finish. Didn't look like we were going to defend all game, so perfect.
and from the from kickoff you could hear the fans just screaming attack, attack, attack. It was like they wanted old United back.
That was hilarious. Attack, attack, attack. Within like 30 seconds of kick off.
Ball was sitting there like the ball was played back and they were screaming attack straight away.
I know, but it was like you say. It was the old United again, but. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how he plays them tomorrow if he continues that. But he played. He went for a really safe option. I think when he went for the experienced heads. He didn't try and play Januzaj. He didn't try and play Welbeck early on. He just kind of went for the safe option, which was really really safe. You know.
Yeah, but maybe the safe option is the way to go back to the whole United way. Like,
That's what Sir Alex used to do. He used to keep it simple. Do you know what I mean? There's no point trying to play players out of position or try things that weren't working. Just keep it simple. Do what works. Do you know what I mean?
the thing with Miles was he was changing the formation. That like we had in 51 games or something underneath him, there was never the same starting 11.
See, I got that though, because I think that was always going to have to happen when he had to find his own system. But it would have been smarter just keeping it Sir Alex's way until he could get in the transfer window and bring in his own players. You know? Bring in your own players, then worry about it. Whereas Giggs has clearly thought, I'll play it Sir Alex's way because that's the way I know, and that worked. So,
Yeah. Uh,
how do you think Cleverly played?
uh, I think he had 50 out of 53 successful passes though. But most of his passes are all side to side or backwards, so there's never many going forward.
Have you ever played the Cleverly drinking game?
Every time you pass the ball backwards.
I created that, and I'm telling you, it gets you very drunk. Every time he plays the ball backwards or sideways, you've got to take a drink.
Jeez. You'd want to be loaded watching him playing then.
Aye, by half time, you're like, you're going around your arse.
It was a good victory though, with Rooney scoring 2 and Mata scoring 2. The thing about Mata is I'm kind of nervous about him next season. Like I love the way he plays. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the world, but I don't know how the new managers could have fit him into the squad if they're playing wingers.
If there's somebody that can do it though, it'll be him. That's the thing. If Van Gaal does get the job, if there's somebody that will get them working together, it'll be him. But how do you play Cleverly, Kagwa, Van Persie and Rooney in the one team? It's impossible. Do you know what I mean? It's just not. Unless you play the Barcelona system, then maybe. But
Yeah.
means you don't play with wingers.
So we go on to the next topic now about Giggs or Van Gaal.
Yeah, man. I think it's a safe option. You have to go with experience, don't you?
Yeah, especially.
I give it to Giggs.
I'd understand if they sacked Moyes and just say if Fergie left, then they give Giggs a job straight after it because obviously they would give him time, but we don't at the moment we don't have enough time. We need European football as soon as we can get it.
Yeah, and plus nobody wants Giggs to be sacked. Nobody wants to remember him as the sacked manager.
Yeah, that could ruin his reputation at United if he did have a really bad year because he has no experience, so he might be able to do the job.
Exactly. I think he'll be a good manager. I think he will turn out to be a really good manager, but he needs time and he needs experience. And the thing is, Van Gaal's actually got really good experience training up good managers. I mean, he trained up Mourinho and he trained up Pep Guardiola. So
It's true.
he's got experience. If you can work under him for a wee while, for 5 years or so.
The thing with Van Gaal is like he's a really experienced manager. Like he's even the Dutch. He's even an international manager for Netherlands. So it just shows you the experience he has. And what I hope they actually do is like if they do hire Van Gaal, that they keep like Scholes, Giggs, and Nicky Button all in as the backroom staff to keep it like some of the United way anyway.
Well, he likes to do things his way, but his way often is like youngsters. Because he came through the whole Ajax thing, and a lot of his thing is youngsters, but also keeping youngsters that then get older. Do you know what I mean? Like you look at Ajax now, and all the young players have came back and they're running the club. So, and that was partly through him and stuff. So, I think he would keep them on. I think it's part of his philosophy to actually keep them there and keep them working with the club and actually improving it and working with youngsters.
There's a lot of rumours going around too that Van Gaal wants to like he seems to want to do all the shopping in Germany, like the likes of Matt Hummels, Tony Kroos, and Marco Reus that are heavily coming to Old Trafford with him.
Yeah, I think he's got some pulling power. I mean, he was also talking to Kevin Strootman as well. So he's got some pulling power. I mean, these connections and stuff, he alone would, that plus Man United would be a massive pulling power. And that's kind of what we need if we're not going to be in Europe. We need some sort of pulling power to go, right, we're Man United, but we've also got Van Gaal and we're going to improve and we're going to be better next season and come and play for us, you know?
The only thing is, will the Glazers actually give Van Gaal the money to buy? Like they were all saying Moyes had this 200 million, but there was no actual, like no one can actually tell if he was going to be given that 200 million or not.
It's a catch-22 for them though. If they're business people and they're interested in making money, they have to invest it, because if they invest it, they bring in better players make the club richer. So if they want to make money, they have to spend the money to bring in the better players, because if they don't, then we keep slipping down and don't go back into Europe next season.
Especially if they get big players like Tony Kroos and all, everybody's going to want to get the new jerseys with their names on the back, so that's going to be a lot of money coming into the club.
But exactly, so for 200 million, you bring in a couple of players, you go back into Europe, you'll easily recoup that 200 million.
Yeah.
So through the like stocks and shares and stuff as well, so they'll make the money back. So I think they will invest it, because they'd be stupid not to. The club keeps slipping and they can't. they're going to lose money, so you kind of have to bring him in.
So
Who did
before,
bring in? No, that's the thing. Like bringing him, but what players? Because we keep talking about bringing a striker, but we don't need a striker.
funny way we need a striker is if Van Persie does leave.
Yeah.
But I can't see him leaving if Van Gaal comes.
No, no. Well, the fact he gets on well with him, so there's talk that if he comes in, he'll make Van Persie captain and stuff. I can't see that happening, but I can see it putting Rooney's nose at a joint quite some way because he obviously gets on well with him.
He likes playing 4-3-3.
Yeah,
It's going to be a tough one.
it's going to be interesting.
But the thing about him is he's not afraid. He always says there's no star player to a team. That he likes just picking the best player for each position for each game. He doesn't go by star player. He actually goes by the game and by how that player can actually impact on a game.
Well, that's what Sir Alex used to do as well.
He wasn't afraid. Yeah.
Nobody was too big to get dropped. Even Rooney would get dropped if he wasn't playing right. Van Persie would have got dropped. Anyone could have got dropped if they weren't up to it. So I think that's the attitude you need to have. You can't be worried about whether they're going to like it or not.
So before we go on to the next topic, who do you want as manager?
Van Gaal.
Yeah, I'd agree. So then,
For me, it has to be. He's got the experience. He can train up gigs. He can bring in the big players. He can get us back into Europe. He can make the transition a lot smoother, and then gigs can come in. Because people forget. The thing about Matt Busby was we didn't go from Matt Busby to Sir Alex Ferguson. There were a lot of managers in between.
yeah.
Van Gaal could be that one manager that we need just to see us through that period until gigs can come in or whoever else, and then he can take it on for 20 odd years after that. So.
Well, hopefully that's the thing. Hopefully they bring in Van Gaal and let Giggs learn off him. So Giggs' second game in charge tomorrow. How do you think they'll do?
I hope they spank Sunderland because I hate them. I must go there. I hate them. I genuinely, I know I can understand the whole why they celebrated, but I'll never forgive them for the celebrating City winning the league.
I just thought that was really disrespectful, especially the way Fergie gets them so many players over the years, like John O'Shea and Wes Brown,
Welbeck.
Welbeck. The likes fall in and then they go off celebrate. Like, they could be easily out from the Premiership if Fergie didn't give them players or not.
Exactly. All those deals, all the loans that we gave them, all the time that we worked with them, and then they go and celebrate it like that. It's just all they had to do was leave. You know what I mean? Sing a song or something, but to celebrate in the way they did when it came down to the last minute like that, it was disrespectful. So tomorrow, I hope we don't forget it, and I hope we go out to absolutely spank them.
I hope we're the game now where we actually beat them 6 or 7-0 and then they can never get out from the relegation zone.
They're borderline, but they've still got a game in hand.
Yeah.
Game in hands against like City or something. No, game in hands against us. The game in hand that they've got is, I think it's against us. So we could essentially relegate them. Not officially, but all but officially relegate them.
To save the playing Swansea as well, that'll be a tough game. That's at home.
Aye. Alright. Well, everyone down there's fighting for it. I think Sunderland will get out of it. I think they'll just about get out of it with the scrape of their teeth. But if we beat them 6 or 7-0, it'll knock their confidence, and I think it could impact in the next few games.
If they never said, I always kind of liked Sunderland, like, especially with Roy Keane being in charge there and all before. But I lost respect for him last 2 years ago after they celebrated, so I hope they get relegated.
I liked them under Martin O'Neill. I thought they were a really good side under Martin O'Neill. They had a really good team. Played nice football. It was great, but now they're just back to being a boring team, boring football. And you just think, what's the point? You know what I mean? They're the type of team that deserve to get relegated. They're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Even if they stay in the league, what they're going to do next season? They're not exactly going to push for Europe. So they're kind of becoming a pointless team.
Who do you think will be their danger man tomorrow? Who do you think will be the danger man for Sunderland tomorrow?
I don't know. They've got a couple of good players. Like Barini's good for them, and Johnson can come off the bench and be a bit dangerous as well. So they've got some dangerous players. I can see them getting 1 goal, but I can see us scoring 3. I can see it being a 3-1 because it'll just be all attacking from us again.
Yeah.
Maybe nicking one at a corner or something for a free kick.
I say I'm going to go for a 2-1.
2-1.
Uh, just,
I take 2-1. I wouldn't complain about it. We still need to get ahead of Tottenham to get into Europa.
honestly, I really hope we don't get European football. Like I know fans are going to be pissed off and all over that. But think of it, like if we do get Europa League football, we're going to be playing on Thursday night, and that's going to be like the players are going to be tired, and if we have games on Saturday, so it's going to give us a less chance of actually getting Champions League football next season.
I know what you're saying, but we should have a big enough squad that it should make a massive difference. I mean, it depends how we do in the transfer window, but you've got teams like Tottenham playing in it, you've got teams like Swansea playing in it, and it does impact on them, but if they can get away with it, I'm sure a team the size of Man United could get away with playing on a Thursday. And the thing is, we're not playing big teams. I wouldn't mind getting Europa League and then just playing a reserve squad. Like playing a second string squad, like not like West Rooney and Van Persie and stuff, but we're only going to be playing FC Basel and stuff, so it's not as if we're going to have our best team out. We could even use a couple of youngsters. Januzzi could get a few games. Lingard.
It'd be good for the young players to actually give them some European experience.
Yeah. So I hope we get it. I just don't hope. I hope if we get it, we don't go out for it, because that would be crazy.
So anyway, that's near almost time up. So before we go, your final prediction for the game tomorrow?
3-1.
And
Rooney. You go for
Rooney to
2-1?
score. I'm going to go for 2-1. Rooney to score 2.
A wee doubler. That'd be good after his last doubler, but it's unlikely after last week.
Yeah, you'd never know.
You betting on it?
No.
Right, that's us then.
So, thanks for watching, everybody. And if you like the podcast, if you want to see it again next week, just leave a like or a comment and tell us how we can improve and everything.
See you later.